Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another scene of Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. And yeah, we start the scene with Pounce kind of limping out of the the den that the cubs stay in. Her coat is caked with like blood. She is missing an eye, and part of her paw that is obviously bitten off. Some of the cubs did tend to her wounds, so some of them have been kind of padded up, but she doesn't didn't really like bandages and everything. So she, well, most of them she kind of growled as they tried to put them on, and only her paw is kind of like probably um, taped in some sort of bandage kind of material. And yeah, she's going to limp over to the lake to get some water, to get her head a bit clearer after being whacked around the den, and might stumble upon a familiar figure there.
Yeah, sit on the same bench that he's been on for most of the day, between chain smoking numerous cigarettes. Aiden has a very far away stare staring out of the water. He's gotten up and paced around and stretched his legs and done his usual routines, practiced. He always comes back to that same spot, that same distance in it, almost as if he's waiting for someone to sit down beside him. And between his numerous chain smoking, he spots the little Lupus hobbling. That seems to snap him out of the trance-like state he is, and he cocks his head kind of curiously. Will kind of slowly make his way over, not wanting to get like all up in her suddenly, like what the fuck, but like we'll approach very slowly.
Yeah, she's hanging with her mouth in the water, drinking. And then sits back up and noticing Aiden. She'll kind of woof to acknowledge him.
You'll give her the once over. Something happen?
And yeah, she kind of tugs with her nose on like the bandage around her one of her paws. Let's say it's the right one. And then with the not wounded side of her head, or not so wounded side of her head, she kind of bumps against Aiden. Then fodder.
Not.
He
Keep
did
still
not.
staying standing.
Hmm?
He's just he hasn't kneeled down or anything. He's just kind of standing over, just watching her.
Mm. He did not like what I said.
What did you say?
I said you cannot force a pack. Pack happens out of need, not out of higher rank tell us so.
We frown a bit. There's truth, and then there's some truth behind that. But if a higher rank tells you four to work together, you can technically be classed as a pack.
He said pack was weak. I say pack is weak because ordered to be together instead of being together because we want.
Mm. Kind of nod his head. But sometimes you have to work with people that would be considered you might not get along with because, well, that's what if a person higher than you tells you to, you have to do your duty exemplary.
So I did my duty.
but then the pack's still weak.
Pack now worked together.
Not. Then why did he bite you?
Because they only work together after they bit me.
He'll smirk a bit and gently begin walking beside her back towards his bench. And you kind of sit down in front of her. But maybe that was a test.
Maybe. Or maybe I did something good.
Maybe
She
you
kind
did
of looks
something.
at him with the one eye.
She'll smirk. She'll see him smirk. Sometimes you have to take a beat in order to prove a point.
Yes.
Nod. That's good. That is good. You're learning. That's sometimes the harshest part of being Ragabash.
They explained to me Ragabash is Omega. Omega gets beaten. I can be Omega if need be.
Aiden will spit in the ground.
But I am
Ragabash.
better now.
You grin. I'm alpha of my pack. You grin. Ragabash can be whatever it chooses to be, whatever the pack needs. You grin.
Yes. I try to see what pack needs, but I do not understand other cubs very well. They are very homid.
And to, to them, you're very lupus, I would
Yes.
imagine. Just nod his head. Then you're going to need to find something that you both agree on, that both of you understand.
Yes. Is what I'm trying to do
Hmm. I know Helena likes the stars.
now. A start?
Stars. No, stars, sorry.
Stars. Stars.
She likes looking up at them.
Why?
Same way it's nice to sleep in the grass. Same way it's nice to run when you're chasing down something. It gives someone peace.
Hmm. It's good to know.
It's, it's good to know what people like. They might be silly Homid things or silly lupus things. But if you can understand that, well, then you have the key to your whole pack.
I can try do silly homid things.
Teach them lupus things that you like.
Yes, if they want to go in lupus, but they only go in lupus when ordered.
I see. Too good. Well, do
Except
you
this
only go in
month.
Hamid? Do you only go in Hamid when ordered?
Yes.
Grin back. I see.
Hmm. We all make same mistake.
You're cubs. You're supposed to be making these mistakes.
And yeah, she'll slowly start shifting.
And you see him lean back as he like Hamid. I imagine her wounds look far worse as well, so he kind of will just twitch a bit. Jesus, he really did a number on you.
Actually, now that she does go in homid, you can see some of the more superficial wounds like starting to slowly start to close up.
Hmm. I can give you a
I
guy's
fall
breath. Oh yeah, Aiden winced at that. Like stop and be like, Yeah, you see, that's never usually unless you think you can win. That's usually never a viable tactic.
I hit him too.
Mm, you grin. Yeah. That usually ends one way. Best thing
He
to do
was
is just
better.
take. Of course he is. He's older.
Yes.
Best thing to do in that scenario is just take the beating
Why?
because you fighting back means that he can now say that you are temperamental, are this and that. You've given him a way to take away the lesson you're trying to teach by standing there calmly taking it, and it's gonna hurt. You've proven the point behind what you were trying to show those cubs.
But by fighting back, I say that I mean what I say.
True, but to others that looks like disobedience.
Mm. Is this more Homet thing?
Sometimes it's more guru thing. You fight back against say an Adrian who wants to stamp his authority. You get the absolute hell beaten out of you. Some people can cite that as you being disrespectful. Sometimes they can cite you as you being overeager. They can say many things.
So next time I have to take beating.
Next time, well, if it comes to a beating, stand there. Don't look at him. Don't say anything. Just look at the ground. And when he's done, you get up and turn to the cubs, and if you're still standing, that is, turn and look at them and say, "Do you know why?" And see what they say.
She um she actually slowly gets up from the ground and kind of mimics his way of sitting on the bench.
Smirk at her.
I will try.
Hmm. Good. We're sometimes the people that can build up to the other pack, but also tear them down. So we have to be careful on how we do it.
I will try and find out what they like.
Hmm. Don't be afraid to say the harsh thing either. You grin over at her.
I still need to talk to Jason.
And what are you going to say to him?
I wonder why he is alpha.
And how did he move get made alpha?
Yes.
Hmm. Not. Hmm. How are you going to ask him that?
Just like this. Why you alpha?
It's blunt. He'll grin.
Yes. Maybe.
Oh, it is. He'll smile. But what are you going to do if he doesn't give you the answers you like?
Answer I like. I don't like any answer. I just want to know.
Hmm. But you're going to have your own opinion on it.
I have not seen him do much, but he does talk. But others talk a lot too. Maybe that is why he's good alpha, because he talks.
Might be. That's a very valuable trait to have in a file of docs. Do the others come looking for him? Do they come seeking his advice?
He helps others.
Hmm.
Also help me, teach me how to count.
Not. Sometimes an alpha of the pack makes sure the rest of the pack behind him is strong.
Yes.
Nod his head again, stared out of the lake. You gotta learn to be
What
feared and respected.
what do you do for your pack?
Look over and grin. And the force that drives them motivates them. If it needs be, put them in their place. But I'm the force and the will of that pack.
You tell them what to do.
No. Well, yes, no. Of course, I have to give orders. I spread his hands. But I'm the one that they see that is first there, that's first in line. I lead by example. I give my advice and I give my criticisms. But I back up what I say by my actions, by my words. I am a storm to them.
She frowns at that because she doesn't really understand that way of speech yet. So she looks kind of confused. You are not Storm. You are Homid.
No, I'm not. But to the eyes of my enemy and the eyes of my pack, a storm can mean both things, something to be feared, something to be wary of, and to my pack, something to be admired and used as an example. You see, we raggies work like that.
We work like Storm.
We can work whatever we choose to make ourselves like. We always work in the illusion. Like our moon is hidden. We always work in veiled messages. Things that we want to say, but we disguise them as another. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. But it always leaves an impression on them. A ripple.
I have to learn how to disguise words. I don't
Yes, you
use
do.
words.
I had trouble with it at first. When you're young, you want to say the things you want to say with so much passion. You forget the consequences of that passion.
Hmm.
Learn to be balanced in what you say and learned what's the difference between misdirected passion and constructive passion.
I do not understand.
You'll lean forward. In a wolf pack, the wolf that always charges and barks the loudest. We should hunt the herd this way. We should do this. We should do that. This is wrong. This is wrong. In truth, he may be right. But if he doesn't show the others how to, is he anyway a productive member?
She thinks on that. I guess no. I have not been in a wolf pack for a long time. I have been in place, in facility for a long time.
Mm.
But
Being a rag.
sometimes in that place,
Mm.
I bark more and then they hit me and not other.
That's another good tactic. But when you're coming to bark more, and you're so used to barking more, that the others can't see behind past that barking of what you're actually trying to say, that's when a ragabash is making a mistake.
So also have to let others know why I am saying or barking.
Or show them. You can bark and bark and bark. Only a select few will ever listen. But if you show them why, teach them why, then the whole pack listens.
I can try that.
He nod his head. It's an important lesson. One if you can get the grasp of when you're still a pup, you'll go far.
Yes, I will try.
He just nod, staring out at the lake as he lights another cigarette.
She she kind of has a whiff of the smoke and coughs for a moment. That
Look,
is
look over.
stinky.
Yes, yes, it is. He'll grin, start laughing a bit.
No, I know how to find you easy.
You
My
can
fart is
try.
stinky.
You can try. He'll grin.
Yes.
I'm just used to it. That's all. The routine.
Mm. You also sit here because you used to?
Hmm. I sit here because it's quiet.
And this is what you like. Quiet.
Sometimes. Sometimes it's just nice to sit back and escape things for a bit. Your mind starts to think because you can race so far and so fast.
Yes. I notice now I am no longer wolf. My mind works different.
And
Sometimes
not.
feels full.
Whereas Homids have to understand what it's like to be a wolf all over again. Lupus have to understand what it's like to be Ahmed. And that can be a very delicate and painful process, particularly if you're not thought the right way.
I became like this when in facility.
Mm. And some of us became wolf through our different circumstances of changing. So while some of the others, like your cubs, struggle with the wolf aspect, you're going to struggle with being like this.
Yes.
Not.
I will try and find quiet place, see if that helps.
Depends on what you like. I know some people like the loudest places on the planet. I used to like that. Loud, loud and fast. Because now, I just like to sit here. Uh, maybe all the loud people are gone, that's why.
Which other loud people?
Hmm.
Garu?
They're not. People are gone. And sometimes it's nice to sit in the places you grew up chasing and doing silly things. It's nice to sit here and look at it all. From a distance, of course.
Hmm. I I do not. I am not used to look back, but I am angry about what happened. I
Not.
lost people.
Not. And it's good to be angry. It's good to have that thing. Garu are angry people. But looking back can teach you lessons of what to do, but it also is important for you to understand what happened in there was not your fault, or how hard you think it's going to be.
I killed brother.
Hmm. They made you kill him, yeah,
It was my teeth and my claws that killed.
because he what tried to attack you.
Yes, they made him bad.
Yeah, and which would have been the better outcome? Him ripping you to pieces and continuing to do that to the other wolves and humans in there. Are you making that sacrifice?
Maybe I could have stalled, could have dodged until you all came.
That's another thing we like to do when we look back sometimes. We think of every avenue we could have done. We think of we should have been there. We should have done something. We should have. You then stare at the lake and the look will get very far away again for about maybe a minute. He blinks again rapidly. We could have done all the things in the world to change it, but in the end, we did it anyway.
Yes. Is
So,
this
is this what?
is this how you feel?
In a way, one thing you'll learn is that there'll be decisions you will have no problem making. Then there'll be others that will weigh on your mind the rest of your life because of that, what you did. And for wolf and for man, thing called hindsight, which is seeing ahead of what happened, the future eyes. That can be a wonderful thing, but it can also be the greatest waste of time because it happened. But it doesn't stop you from taking that pain of what happened.
So learn from what happened, then make sure not happen again.
Of course. But also you have to learn to forgive yourself too.
What is forgive?
Forgive. Agreed. That's a hard thing. Forgiving is Forgiving is something that you accept that you may have made a mistake, that you may have done something horrible. And you tell yourself that it's okay, that what you've done, you've made peace with. And that can be the hardest thing on the planet to do.
Hmm. I know it's not my fault. But we're still my claws. I still know.
Hmm.
I will murder others who were like that, with white coats and uniforms. Like cops, but not cops.
And if you find some that have done nothing wrong ever, white coats and white uniforms,
There are those who have done nothing wrong who wear those clothes.
you're not called doctors.
Doctors.
They heal people. They heal Hamid people.
Is what they said in facility. We make you better.
True. But some of them, some of the kinfolk are doctors. They wear white coats.
Then I will find out if they are bad or not.
Now you're thinking. Find out who they are. Find out what they are. Then take your vengeance. But charging in, biting at the first thing you see, that'll only cause more pain.
It's good to know. I did not know where more other people in white coat.
You're not. Now you do. Maybe you can ask. Ask your dead mother about them. Sometimes it's better to ask the question.
Yes, I will ask
Good.
her. She'll kind of bump her head against his shoulder again.
Smile and give her head a little ruffle.
And yeah, in that case, she'll definitely lean in a bit more. Because ruffles are good.
It's nice to have someone by the lake again. Stare out at the lake, just staring. Very far away look in his eyes.
And yeah, she'll just kind of sit there and watch out over the lake as well, trying to find what is so peaceful about this. um, yeah, is that a place to end it?
Yeah, it's a perfect place to end up.
Yeah. Okay, then we'll end it. Thank you, Play, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This was another scene for Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York.